Hi, it's Sam, and today on the podcast I'm talking about which kitchen gadgets should I take on holiday with me, and I need your help deciding. So last night I booked the ferry. Normally I keep saying, oh, my flight is due on so-and-so, but I'm actually jumping on the ferry, and I haven't done this for quite some time now, and I'm really, really excited about it. We've had a lot of all-inclusive holidays lately, and I kind of get sick of them because I miss cooking. I know that sounds crazy. You're all going to be saying, well, actually, you should be going on holiday and getting someone else to do the cooking. I wouldn't cook on holiday kind of thing, but I actually really enjoy it. So what we've done before is we've gone on road trips and we've taken a kitchen gadget with us, but I can't decide which one to take with me this time, or whether or not just to take two small ones. So I was hoping that you could help me in choosing. And also, if you're planning on going on a road trip this summer, then this is my history of them and what you can actually do. So first of all, we used to live in Portugal. So that meant that we weren't far away from the Spanish border, and it was nice to just drive over the border into Spain and you're on a Spanish holiday. It was great. So we lived quite near the coast in Portugal, in the Algarve, and it was just over an hour to the coastal regions of Spain. Or if you were going to go quite a distance, to Majaca, which is the famous tapas region of Spain, you were talking about an 8-hour drive. Or it felt like longer because Spain was always ahead in time zones to Portugal, so it always felt a bit weird doing that. But yeah, we were doing that all our time that we lived in Spain. We were, the one I remember the most is when Sophia's first holiday was, and she would have been turning 2 in the November, and we went away in the June. And I was also pregnant with George at the time, and we went to Majaca, and I just remember so many of the food firsts that Sophia had that she hadn't tried before. She went on a tapas, like a bar crawl, but a tapas version with a mum. We weren't drinking alcohol, don't worry, because I was pregnant, but I wouldn't have done anyway with taking Sophia out. And we had a piece of tapas at a load of different places. We took Carl with us as well. And we went to a few different Chinese places as well, and we had a great holiday. And the gadget I took with me, you might surprise you, it was my soup maker, because Sophia was still not that bothered for certain foods, so I could take the soup maker with me and blend food for her. And I could also go to all the local supermarkets. Mercadona, I absolutely adore that supermarket chain. It's a Spanish supermarket, and I just can't go into Spain without going to Mercadona. It's just like one of those addictions. You can go in there and get fresh orange juice to walk around with. Oh, it's just great. Absolutely loved it. And then I would get loads of their tapas to take back with me as well. So on another occasion that we went to Majaca, when Sophia was old enough to eat food properly, we took the air fryer with us. So we took the small Philips air fryer with us, and it was perfect. And then I could get tapas from Mercadona supermarket, and then take it home and air fry it. It was brilliant. I could go to the local Spanish markets and get food and do the same thing. It was just a brilliant all-rounder. And then on another trip, I was living back in England at this point, and we were going to what they call centre parks, which is like Euro camps. And with those, you've got a lovely chalet, lots of space, really good electric. So because I was on good electric, I chose on that one to take my Ninja Foodie 9-in-1 with me. Because then I could make soups, I could do garlic bread in it. There was just so much choice for us for cooking. And then on other occasions, I've just taken a single air fryer like the Kasori. I've taken on a road trip before the Ninja Joule as well. I've taken slow cookers with me before. And then a few years ago, we went travelling around Europe We did 8 countries in 8 weeks, which still impresses me to this day, mainly because of the kids' ages. I mean, who would, in any sane mind, take a 16, soon to be 17-year-old and 2 under 4s on holiday at the same time while staying in a tent with limited electricity? Yep, I even blame for that, and we had an amazing time. I would name it as the best holiday I've ever had. And bearing in mind, I've been to some amazing places. I've been to Mexico, Greek Isles, Disney World, Universal Studios, the Caribbean. I've lived in Portugal, but I would still name that trip as the best one that we've ever been on. And the 8 countries, I wonder, can I still name them all? It's been a while. That was the summer of 2018, so it's quite a long time ago now. So let me think. Can I name them all? Right. So there was France, Spain, Portugal, because we visited it even though we lived in it, England, so that's 4, Belgium, that's 5, Germany, Holland, and last but not least, Luxembourg. Yes, I named them all. And I can't believe I did all those countries in 8 weeks. Poor Dom drove them, and it was about 100 metres short of 10 kilometres in one summer. I mean, isn't that an amazing amount? I just can't believe it. 10 kilometres, I mean 10,000 kilometres, I should say. But it was great. And for the kitchen gadget we took with us, it was our Instant Pot Duo. It was the one that's about 6 litres. And it was just perfect size. So we used it for everything. From our water supplies, we used it for boiling a kettle basically. We used it for cooking potatoes in. We did stews. What was great in France is that we could pick up ham shanks and then take them home, back to our campsite we're staying at, and make it into a lovely ham stew, like campfire stew. It was just great, and there was just so many greats there. So I'm anchoring this time because this time we're doing 4 countries in 6 weeks. So we're getting the ferry from Hull in East Yorkshire, across to Rotterdam in the Netherlands, and we're doing the Netherlands, also known to as Brits as Holland. So we're doing Holland, we're doing Belgium again, we're doing France, and we're doing Germany. So we're doing our favourite 4 basically. And we're not going to Spain because there's been a lot of trouble with protesting in Spain. I wouldn't feel comfortable with a car full of stuff in Spain with all the trouble at the moment. I would love to go back to the Algarve, but to go to the Algarve I have to go past Spain. So that's why we're just sticking to those 4 countries this time. But it's going to be exciting, isn't it? So I'm just back to thinking, well, which gadget should I take with us? I'm thinking of a multi-cooker, because then I can air fry, slow cook and whatnot. So at the moment I'm thinking between the Ninja 9-in-1, the Ninja 15-in-1, go to the side there to the Speedy, or I'm also thinking about the Instant Pot one that's also a multi-cooker, but I can't decide. My main concern with the 15-in-1 is the weight of it, because it's very, very heavy, and when you're filling your car up with all your other stuff, how are you going to be okay on the weight, or is it going to be a problem? And then the same with the 9-in-1, similar issue, and the fact it has 2 lids. Whereas the Speedy, it's more compact, it's smaller, but we're still feeding 4 people out of it all the time. But it's more like a pan that you're cooking from. So I'm kind of tempted towards the Speedy, but I don't know. So what would you think? What would you take? Because I'm thinking about the weight element here of the car. Dom will go nuts if I suddenly decide I want to put the 15-in-1 and an air fryer in there at the same time, but maybe. But one thing I will be taking with me is I will take my hand blender, one of those hand stick immersion blenders, because it fits inside these gadgets, doesn't take up much room, and the same one I'm taking is the one we originally used when we went away in 2018. So I'm thinking about that, or I'm thinking about the Speedy alongside a smaller air fryer, so to take 2. But we've got a 4x4 and I've just got the roof, there's no top box. We're not staying on a campsite in a tent this time. We're going to be using chalets. We're going to be doing Premier Inn style accommodation and probably some Airbnbs, which are perfect for taking the kitchen gadgets to, especially in France when you've got the lovely French markets. I think I'd like to do some pressure cooking, so that's leaning me more towards the 15-in-1. But I'm not sure. I think what I might actually do is I might weigh the difference between the Instant Pot one and the 15-in-1 to see what the difference is on the weight. For a holiday, I don't really feel like I need the probe and the steam air fry and those kind of settings. But it's a difficult one. How do you choose one when you've just got one for 6 weeks? And of course, we will do a little bit of eating out, but I'll mainly be doing the cooking because I love cooking and I absolutely love going to these countries and checking out their local supermarkets, their markets, seeing what produce they've got and then cooking stuff at home. And of course, whilst I'm away, I'll be sharing it online via podcast videos or whatever, so that you can all follow along with our journey. But which one would you take? And have you taken a kitchen gadget on holiday with you before? We have even taken the small travel air fryers on a plane all the way to Lanzarote, which is a Canary island near Spain. And that was great. I couldn't believe that we could take it. And it seems as long as it's in the weight limits of travelling on the plane, it's good to go. So that's the question for you. What would you do? Which one would you take with you on holiday? Thanks so much for listening. And you can find us on social media. We're on Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, and of course Instagram. And you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, or why not head over to KitchenGadgetsClub.com/newsletter and join our weekly newsletter where we go into detail about all our favourite kitchen gadget recipes, tips, tricks and resources. And a ciao for now.